Natasha the Dark Witch, a love child of D&D creator Gary Gax, a brilliant NPC that has her own source material for D&D 5th edition with Tasha's Cauldron of everything. Now, Tasha's brought along quite a few notable expansions to gameplay through spells, races, subclasses, and feats, as well as other amazing art pieces. If you haven't had the time to scan through it yourself, well, that's okay, because I'm going to be outlining a few neat things I enjoyed from Tasha's Cauldron of everything. Firstly, I want to address something. My PCs almost never use feats. No, I can hear you screaming at me already. However, they are never the primary focus when my PCs are developing their characters. Oftentimes, my campaign takes a route where some of the player's handbook feats I encounter will never really find any use to my current case, you know. When doing prep for this video, I reassessed what a feat really could be in terms of my campaigns. I've come to the conclusion that players should be able to earn feats while using in-game actions. I think that this is a great way to reward role-playing, and this is one example of a feat that you could add to your game. If you open up Tasha's Cauldron of Everything and go ahead to page 79, you'll see the feat Chef. I think that this is a great idea that adds some utility for the whole group. This feat, in my opinion, would be a great one for the player to earn through in-game means as a reward for their efforts. The Chef feat benefits not just the player, but the whole group, as it adds a utility. If we read in a little bit here, as a part of your short rest, you can cook special food, provided you have ingredients and cook's utensils on hand. You can prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus. At the end of your short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit die to regain points regains an extra 1d8 hit points. TLDR, it makes your rest time more effective, and this can easily be obtained with a character or player's ambition just to explore the food and the culture around them. This is a great way for the DM to kind of expose a little bit about the world around them and show the daily life of the farmers and civilians that actually provide and eat this food. A feat that would apply really well to the Rolling Deep campaign Poseidon's Ribcage Online would be the Fey Touched feat. If you go to page 79, it outlines the aspect of being touched and guarded by the Fey. Fey Touch player learns Misty Step, as well as gets a stat increase. It adds a little bit of versatility for their rotations, as well as approach to situations. A feat that can again be combined and granted to a player with whom the DM feels is a bit underpowered or in need of a combat utility. Being granted Misty Step is powerful for unique situations and positioning, so be careful when having the Fae bless your characters. Sometimes I don't want to play D&D with any established races. See Pickles the Bear Monk with octopus arms from our Into Avernus campaign. So the idea of a custom lineage as introduced in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is the foundation of homebrew and is really not new in the slightest. In Tasha's Cauldron, the readers are supplied with an easy to apply framework that makes their own humanoid players. They outline the need for a creature type, size, and speed. And this also includes the promotion of feats and variable traits and known languages, really rounding out the character possibilities. I think that this is a neat way to help keep balance in check, kind of, when you want to get more creative with your one-shot characters. If we dig a little bit deeper and turn to page 83, Wizards of the Coast introduced the idea of group patrons with the following language. Each adventuring group is bound together by the quest it embarks on and by the dangers its members face together. This chapter offers another way to bind your party together, a group patron. Essentially, this chapter lays out the creative groundwork for an in-game organization that, presumably, offers power and camaraderie in the game world. You're probably already doing this without realizing, kind of undercutting the importance of this chapter. However, the writers did a good job outlining the concept and supplying the DMs with a slurry of examples to work with. This is a great way to encourage party cooperation, as it introduces a main goal, however, allows a lot of creative expansion of quests and opportunity within the organizations for the players to seek themselves. As highlighted in a previous video about Tasha's, we here at Rolling Deep love the idea of magic tattoos. If you turn to page 118 in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, we can see that this is an idea that guides the DM to make more interesting NPCs. Within their magic tattoos can be the secrets of a mystery the party has yet to unlock, the name of a lover to which they can extort. This is very easy to make epic and impactful NPCs that need few other defining features. What's that charging beast coming at me? Is that a troll? Is it a lusty Argonian maid? How about a 10-foot tall enchanted Iron Man suit for you and the boys? Named for the warlord who infamously employed it, the mighty servant of Lucio is a fantastically powerful 10-foot tall machine that turns into an intricate construct when piloted. Crafted of a gleaming black alloy of unknown origin, the servant is often described as a combination of disproportioned dwarf and oversized beetle. The servant contains enough space for 1 ton of cargo and a crew compartment within, from which up to 2 medium-sized creatures can control it and potentially execute a spree of unstoppable destruction. That was the written description for the mighty servant of Lucio, found on page 113. This beast is your new home on wheels, if you can handle the fact that it's possessed by the late warlord Lucio himself. A servant that never rests nor needs food or air. This huge hunk of metal is pilotable by 2 of your party members and can open a bunch of badass player scenarios. The corrupt senator lives in a walled off part of town. I'll just move the whole wall. The amount of damage immunities this thing has is astounding. Hell, everything about this stat block is pure fun. Regeneration, standing leaps, and self-destruction are all in your future. If you read more into this absolute unit, I recommend taking this guy over to the Thunderdome and giving your DM the challenge of a lifetime. So there it is, 5 things from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything that you may have missed. Bunch of cool stuff tucked away inside of Tasha's tome. I recommend giving some of these ideas a try in your campaign, or just give them a read over and you have the extra time. Thank you so much for watching a Rolling Deep video. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, watch us live on Twitch, Reddit, or here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and click around our channel, leave a comment, tell us about your D&D stories. Thank you.